is NDTV, and you're watching NDTV Prime.
Hello and welcome to the show. You're watching Heads Up. With our hectic and fast-paced lifestyles today, most of us hardly pay any attention to what we're eating. And needless to say, this has health implications in the forms of diabetes, high or low blood pressure, and even obesity for that matter. Now, you don't have to be a nutritionist to eat right. You can also come up with your own diet plans and your own ways of eating healthy. And what are these ways? Let's find out. Clean air, clean clothes, then why not clean food? While most of us take great pain to chart out a healthy diet, how many of us actually bother to find out what goes into growing the food that we put on our plates? Take Rukhsana for instance. She's an entrepreneur by profession. She decided to make a change in her food habits.
Nutrition is just not about, eating right, sticking to salads, having a good diet, exercising regularly. For me, it's more in-depth. For me, it has to be the basic fruits and vegetables that you're eating has to be clean and pure. It has to be the way nature is, created for us. There's no point eating vegetables and fruits which have toxins in them, which is going to kill you at the end of the day with cancers and, organ failures and the kind of cases that you hear. It's best to stick to just normal food, but at least clean food, and fruits and vegetables, we can't compromise there. It's something I think none of us should compromise. And I hope a lot of people would kind of be interested in learning a lot more about what they're eating, where it's coming from, how it's grown, and saying no to right from inorganic to GM food.
Rukhsana is one amongst many urban dwellers who are now overcoming time and space constraints and coming together to grow organic fruits and vegetables on terrace tops. Meet the members of Urban Leaves, a collective of volunteers who have come together to spread awareness about urban farming across Mumbai. They may have stumbled across Urban Leaves in different ways, but their passion to grow pesticide-free food has bound them together.
We just stumbled upon Preeti and her team discussing a few things about growing your food, and so basically I'm a nature lover and a very enthusiastic gardener. So that's how I stumbled on Preeti, got talking to her. Basically they had this dream of having a city farm on rooftop terraces. So the concept was having a lot of green on the rooftops of the city. So that is how the idea came about it. And basically we are into making our own soil, which is Amrit Mitti, and growing our own food.
Right from making Amrit Mitti, their own nutrient-rich soil, to sowing and transplanting seeds, pruning for the fruits and vegetables, and finally harvesting the crops that they have sown. These volunteers also take up workshops organized by Urban Leaves that teaches them all the nuances of terrace gardening.
Mainly we do workshops which are Amrit Mitti workshops, where we teach people how to make their own soil, and then recently we had a workshop on ABC of gardening, kitchen gardening, and how to go about the whole thing right from scratch up till what you can do and which season what you're supposed to grow, basically. So what we do is we teach them how to grow things, when to grow things, and what is to be grown at what time.
While the two primary locations that have been turned into terrace gardens by Urban Leaves are located at Don Bosco School and this one at Sardar Patel Institute of Technology in Andheri, the ultimate aim is to create a chain of such terraces. This dream is slowly being realized as volunteers like Kavita, Rukhsana and others present here are growing fresh vegetables at their balconies and windowsills at home.
I've learned so much over here, more than what I could have expected. So I'm growing a lot more than what I thought I could at home, right from herbs like mint, spearmint, coriander to, karela and trying cucumber at home, and all this in my balcony. And we don't even have like farms or gardens or anything in Bombay. So it's nice to know that, you know, in small pots how much you can do, and it just takes a little bit of care, attention, hard work.
So there you go. With urban dwellers becoming more conscious about the health benefits of eating organic food, startups too are now entering this domain. Rinali gets us more on this from Bangalore.
For many of us, the thought of breakfast takes a back seat in our lives. Friends and working professionals Ashwin Chandrasekharan, Haripriya Raja and Nikhil Bell felt the same. That's when they decided to start Brekkie. This Bangalore-based startup serves a balanced, wholesome breakfast straight to your home or office.
What we kind of wanted was a solution that solves three things. Like one, good food that's exciting, that makes you want to get up. Two, stuff that's convenient, you know, at your doorstep, at your office desk. And three, it needs to be wholesome and nutritious, right? So thought if we solve these three things, then we could start making people's mornings kind of awesome. And that's kind of why we started off there.
Each Brekkie bag, handmade by the Spastic Society of Karnataka, consists of three elements: a main, a side and a treat. The menu changes daily. Nikhil, Ashwin and Haripriya believe that a hearty breakfast goes a long way and are trying to promote the same through Brekkie.
We come from a point of view where we are a breakfast company. This is the first meal you're going to have during the day, and that first meal needs to give you enough energy to sustain through the day. So when we think about nutrition, we just think of a balanced meal. We don't, honestly, when there's no calorie counter, we've religiously followed that we want to have a balanced nutritional meal. We don't follow too much of a calorie count system or anything. We just make sure that, you know, all of your protein content, carbohydrate, all of that is covered in the meal.
With the increasing trend of nuclear families, hectic schedules and the escalating demand for wholesome food at one's doorstep, the future of the health food segment is promising. Product innovation and ensuring that customers have it quick and convenient are how startups like Brekkie make it big in this space.
One is the convenience angle. Okay, there are startups which says I can deliver your food within 20 minutes, 30 minutes, you know. People are looking at, getting quality food at their doorstep in such a short span. And startups are either innovating that, you know, in terms of that, by using technology. And plus the food itself, you know, if you actually look at many startups these days, just the product offering, they're just not providing your traditional food. They are innovating majorly in terms of the product.
India's market size for food is currently valued at 23 lakh crores, but is largely unorganized. Home delivery is its largest segment, growing at 20% a year. And as with every other sphere, technology plays a huge role.
Right from the food that you have, the kind of food that you have, all the way to how you receive that food, that whole experience is sort of managed by one person. And that allows you a lot of, you know, room to do cool stuff as well. You know, you can actually cook healthy food at scale if you're an online restaurant and you don't have 60 people waiting to get you. You have the time to plan things out, you know. You can employ the technology to make food that lasts long enough, but it's still nutritious. So, yeah, those are like, by and large, I think the two different areas in which people are disrupting this space.
The health food domain has been growing in the past few years. The market is new and lucrative, as not many players have entered the landscape yet. Experts believe this space is still in its nascent stage, but entrepreneurs are convinced of its potential.
If you look at the space itself, there will be, say, 4 to 5 major players who will stand out in maybe in the next couple of years. You know, what they would have really got it right, it will be the product, will be the imagery, will be like how they have been perceived as by the customers, and the service itself. You know, it's probably the culmination of all three things. So the startups which are actually concentrating on all three things put together is who's going to win the game eventually.
The food business is very labor intensive. You're going to have to get your hands dirty. You're going to have to put that effort in. But and also understand what your customer wants. The technology will add on, but at the end of the day, you need to know what your customer wants. You need to provide that to him. So I'd say just understand, find a need in the market, understand what the customer wants.
The health food segment and the food industry as a whole have a very promising future in India, as more and more people are becoming increasingly aware of the benefits of eating right. So if you plan on joining a startup or having one of your own in this space, now is the best time. Up next, I chat with a few students who are pursuing a degree in the field of nutrition.